Very difficult to say what exactly would happen, but I believe that the effects from such a thing would be far-reaching and probably more devastating than most people think, and that we should do everything that we can to protect sharks and not allow our emotions carry us away thinking that sharks should be eliminated and we should get rid of all sharks because they're bad. It simply isn't true.
Sharks are not the fiercest of terrestrial creatures, nor do they roam the ocean searching for human prey. Man's desire for the flesh of the shark, however, lies far beyond providing the people of the world with sustenance. Our utilization of this resource is wasteful at best. With the rapid expansion of commercial and recreational shark fishing, we are catching sharks faster than they can reproduce themselves.
I realize that when we talk about sharks, it's more than one species. But in any case, killing 250 million of anything that takes 30 years to mature and barely reproduces itself, I mean, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to know that just won't work.
Anytime a shark is caught, there is a possibility that it is a pregnant female, resulting in the killing of not just one shark, but wiping out a future generation. The increasing exploitation of sharks leads to reduced future reproduction, which ultimately results in the collapse of population levels.
You know, the National Marine Fisheries Service is empowered through the good graces of the American people to protect our marine resources. And to me, it's sort of incredible. The fishermen believe they own the sharks. They don't own the sharks. The government believes it owns the sharks. It can tell the people what to do about sharks. They don't own the sharks. The people own all of the sharks. That is to say, it's a national treasure, a resource owned by all the people. And through our goodness, we give our tax money to the government to protect these animals.
You know, my pet peeve is the government sends us notices. They threaten they're going to do this or do that. And the time limit comes. Like, for instance, we were going to have this 5 million pound quota. It was supposed to start on the 1st of January. January came, no word. February came, still no word. Right now, we're told that they're going to make the quota retroactive. They could shut us down any time. I've got boat payments to make, insurance payments to make. I've got crew to worry about. I've got mortgage payments to make. I don't know whether I'm even going to have a job tomorrow. They could shut us down any time. It scares me.
These guys work hard for their money. And they were duped. They were duped by the government into believing that sharks, that the fishing for sharks was a valuable occupation. The reason for that is the government suggested that sharks were what they euphemistically called an underutilized resource. Even with the total knowledge of the past history of the boom and bust nature of shark fisheries, they led fishermen to believe that they could go out, make a good living, that they should mortgage their houses, buy boats, and brave the sea, which is really what they do. It's a tough life to catch sharks, when that's just not the case. There will never be a case where a shark population can be targeted in a way that is sustainable.
It is an undisputed fact that sharks are in trouble, but hopefully they are not doomed. With the work of people like Ramon Bravo, through education and raising public awareness, the rapid depletion of this resource can hopefully be stabilized and ultimately benefit both humans and sharks.
It isn't easy to protect these animals. They've earned such a terrible reputation given to them by the movies, television, and newspaper. I think the way to protect them is to regulate their capture. Weight quotas could be set not only in Mexico, but also in the U.S., Japan, and Europe. We should never put our own motive ahead of this wonderful animal in the struggle to remain in existence.
With the inventions of people like Eddie Paul and the collaboration of shark researchers worldwide, the shroud of mystery can slowly be lifted to reveal how we can better cohabitate with these creatures. People are now learning that sharks are not agents of death and destruction. Rather, they are amazing animals with unjustly terrible reputations. These age-old attitudes, as irrational as they may be, must be abolished if we are able to save the shark from the most diabolical killer on Earth, ourselves.